Hello and welcome to your reading. My name is Rowan. Today we're going to be getting some messages from Spirit. If you're new here, welcome. I hope you stay. I have lots and lots of readings, so if this one isn't for you, don't try to make it fit. I'm reading for a lot of people. If you're interested in a reading that's specific to you, you can work with me one-on-one. All of the information is in the description box and the links below. Alright guys, let's hop in, see what's coming up today. They want this one. Spirit, please bring through only the highest guidance for the collective today. Please protect us from all negative energies, entities, and interests that may be watching, may be projecting their energy. Please bring through only the highest guidance of love, courage, and inspiration. Something here about transportation coming up right away, okay? They're showing me a ship. Like it almost reminds me of a futuristic kind of ET looking ship, but to me that's transportation that's moving through the timelines in a different way. We have glitter. Come on stage, start shining. We have silent. Be quiet and alone, believe in the light within. And we also have dancing in reverse. Dash for the objective. Okay, with this coming up in reverse, I feel like somebody really wants you to quiet down. Somebody doesn't want you to move at the light speed that you're going at, because you are about to start a very new era of your life where you are shining and more people see you. Yeah, with Starry Wreath at the bottom of the deck. A perfect ending, crown oneself. Just confirming from Spirit here. We have Death card energy from the Tarot, talking about endings leading to new beginnings here. And as I split the deck, of course, Snake coming out. If you saw my last reading, Snake has been very present in the energy because this collective is going through a transition and a shedding of skin, so to speak, coming out fresh and shiny. And you guys are just now leaving. Okay, Snake wants to come out. I just shuffled and it came back. You guys might be feeling, with protection in reverse coming up here, you might be feeling a little bit less protected, more vulnerable than you normally would, and you might find yourself reflecting on some negative things that have happened to you in the past at this time. You might be less productive than normal. Spirit is saying all of this is okay. Keep having boundaries if people are trying to force you along or trying to get you to go at a speed that you're not comfortable with, because I feel like this light speed energy is Spirit doing work on your aura. This is a very subtle energy. This is something that's happening within the collective's subtle body. This isn't in the 3D yet. And trying to make you go this fast in the 3D is going to, I'm hearing, get you in trouble. And what they mean by that is this is going to hurt your body. Somebody here might have the sniffles. Before I started the reading, as soon as I kind of tapped into the energy, I got very sniffly. So if you're fighting a cold or something like that, slow down, take more naps. I saw this flash out. Yeah, you have adventure coming up. That's why Spirit is slowing you down right now. You need to live up to your fullest potential, explore new directions, and take risks in order to grow as an individual. Change may be uncomfortable, but it is necessary. Now keep in mind that you guys might be seeing cardinals in symbols, license plates, at your feeder, whatever it is for you. But you also might just have that cardinal energy showing up right now, because you're about to step into your north node. They showed me cardinal landing on north, on like the northern direction on a compass. So you guys are really moving into a new era here. Wow. You can't make it up. This is my bottom of the deck right now. I just realized. Scorpion, new beginnings. And, that adventure is coming up, so they really want you to get that rest before you get started. They really want you to realize that you're not supposed to know all the details yet, with mystery coming up in the Bobcat. Because this transition, you're closing out like the last dark night of the soul parts of your energy at this time. And you're also like on the verge of freedom. Some of you have been really, really fighting for your freedom in different ways in the last months, last years for some of you. Some of you may want to check out my hippo related reading. That's been coming up a lot in this collective here, so you might want to check that out. But you have a lot of manifestations that are coming in at this time, and you're going to need that rest. You're going to need to do that prep work. The things that are coming in the physical for your attention right now are regarding preparation for the adventures to come for you. This might look slower than you'd like, but it's going to be very thorough, and you're being told that it won't go the way that you're thinking it is, but it will be okay with this coyote here. Coyote energy is all about, one, staying playful, and two, working together with your little group of misfits, whatever that is for you, even if it's just you and your pets, you and your kids, whatever, and understanding that there's going to be changes that you don't see yet. Coyote comes in whenever things work out perfectly, but it's going to feel like they're going left. They're not. Okay, it's going to feel like things are going in the wrong direction, but really this is you, like, getting in touch with your inner strength. You have to be open-minded to how things are going to come out for you, because this is the last stage of this metamorphosis, this snake shedding their skin type of energy. Okay, something else just fell on the floor. I felt like they just knocked this out of my hands, which they do a lot to me. If you are somebody that comes to my channel a lot, you know things get thrown on the floor a lot here. My guys do not take nonsense, so they're always always on it with me. Alright. What else do we have? Ooh, we have lateness coming in for you guys. They're saying the lateness that they're sending in does require rest. It's like the rest triggers something easier to come in for you, because it clears your energy enough for it to come in. You might be seeing ravens or crows at this time. A lot of you are very connected to that energy. And I'd like you to remember as well that the ravens and crows are guardians for people who are very connected with truth, even if the truth is ugly. And a lot of you have been, unfortunately, dealing with knowing some truths about people in your lives that are not pleasant, not good. But, you've had a lot of strength through this, and it's going to get easier at this time. Wow, just opened this next deck to new chapter. I am trying to move on. Alright, what else would you like me to know here? What would you like the collective to know? I'm seeing balloons. There's something about a celebration coming up here. Interesting. And then we have overwhelmed. The stress from this is draining me. Some of you have been celebrating other people in your life and the people around you for so long, and you might not have ever had the outcome that you wanted with unexpected outcome here. It's like you gave everybody around you the chance to shine, and you completely helped them, and they sabotaged you. And in some ways, I'm hearing you sabotaged yourself as well. You are somebody who is really loving to the people around you, and I feel like you've just not been given the flowers, and you're going to be in this next chapter. I'm seeing a calendar. Yeah, there's a lot of planning coming up for you guys here. This card just flipped out. Yeah, we have unsatisfied. There's a lot of frustration energy in the collective right now. I'm hearing that rest will really help you guys. And some of you, I'm really feeling like a pushback right now. Like, I don't have time for that. I don't have time to, like, daydream about what's going to happen. And Spirit's saying, you need to make time, or I'm going to make you time. I think that's why some of you might be on the verge of getting sick. So if you do feel that, that's Spirit being like, girl, take a nap. Girl, irrespective of gender. I kind of use that gender neutrally, so just so y'all know. Yeah, it's like Spirit is trying to forcefully clear the last bits of funk out of your energy and out of your life, like the last little ways that you are doing too much for people around you that don't deserve it, because they're showing me you sneezing. Some of you might actually be like having some kind of sneezing situation or allergies or something like that, and this is a physical, like 3D aspect of what's going on in your spirit right now, just trying to purge all this stuff. At the time I'm filming, and this is a timeless message, by the way, so it doesn't matter when you see this, but at the time I'm filming, we're within an eclipse portal. We're between two eclipses, so there's a lot of things clearing out. There's a lot of people and animals transitioning at this time. There's a lot of unsettled energy, so you may also be very tapped into that. You might be feeling that. And a lot of you are very sensitive to the energies of the moon, or you might work with the moon. And I'm being told specifically for this group, tap out of lunar energy at this time, because the energies are so like volatile that it's making things harder for you. And I do have to say as well, like, this reading is for entertainment, as all of my readings are, so obviously, like, don't take this as medical advice. I don't offer medical advice, legal advice, financial advice, any of that stuff. Anything that I say here is for entertainment. I'm only responsible for myself. I can't be responsible for your actions. So, go to professionals for that stuff. But if this resonates with you, I do feel like a lot of the allergy type stuff coming up right now is spiritually related for you guys. Yeah, and it's because there's a lot of energies that wanted to stay stuck to you. Yeah, some of these people that are still trying to stick in your energy, still trying to come back for conversations with you, I feel like this is so dead. Like, these people are at a distance from you, a lot of them. Some of them might be calling you or texting you, reaching out at this time. And this doesn't have to be like exes that are romantic or anything like that. This could be like family members that you are like have stepped away from. This could be friends that did you wrong, or that you just kind of naturally moved away from, something like this. There's a lot of people who are feeling guilty. Wow, you can't make this up. That are feeling guilty at this time. I feel pain from the damage I've caused. People see that they've taken advantage of you, and it's like they were giving you space because they didn't know how to come back in when they realized. A lot of these people realized how much you were doing for them when you left. They realized how many of their habits and like things that happened in life were related to you helping them. Like good habits you helped them with. A lot of them were dishonest. And a lot of them have regrets. Yeah, they feel your absence. And these people are very aware of the damage they caused. And they're embarrassed. A lot of these people are just genuinely embarrassed. So you might have recently, like within the last 2 or 3 months, or you might now be getting messages from people that you haven't talked to in a long time, like I said. But some of these will be very heartfelt, and some of them will not be. Some of these people are trying to bait you into taking responsibility for their nonsense. Yeah, some of them feel like they missed an opportunity with you because you carry so much, and that they should have strung you along longer. But you've already, Spirit's revealed this to you already. You know what's up with understanding here. You know what's up. And you know that a lot of these soul contracts, if not all of them, are dissolved. That's with this, yeah, with destiny. You're moving into your true destiny. I feel like for a lot of you, this era, the last 5 years for a lot of you, has been filled with a false path that others have put you on. There's even been some, I'm hearing fraud for some of you. There's a lot of things that have happened to you within the last few years that I'm hearing are unforgivable. Yeah, and you might have been reflecting on this recently, and this is partially why Spirit as well wants you to get that extra rest, because they are going to be clearing a lot of this crappy, like, nonsense user energy out of your spirit. You might find yourself forgetting more things about these people or about these situations. You might have interacted with people that made you crazy at the time, and then you go to like mention them to somebody you care about and you can't remember their name, or you can't remember what exactly happened in a situation. It's like, oh, I know I fell out with them, but I don't even remember what they did. And that's healing, man. Like, that's Spirit clearing this crap from you, because this isn't stuff that matters for your next era of your journey. You're destined for much bigger things. Okay, we're going to change gears here. They want to talk about that fast energy that we were mentioning at the beginning, like spirit getting things moving for you again. Alright, they want me to use one of these decks. Sorry guys, I have a different setup today and it's not my favorite. They want plant deck. Alright. Alright, Spirit. Please tell us, what is this fast energy about? What's coming in the collective? Let's quit talking about these damn karmics for a minute and get something good. Yeah, we're bringing together two aspects of self during this rest period that's going to help you. Some of you might want to work with catnip at this time. If you work with plant energies, yeah, this talks about contrast. You're separating out of this old pattern. A lot of you are going to have a very poignant realization about growing up, about a very big wound that you've been carrying that has defined a lot of your career and a lot of your social life and caused a lot of miscommunications, misgivings, and I'm hearing contact problems. I don't know exactly what that means, but maybe it means something to you guys. But what's coming up with this is that once you realize this, it's going to be so much easier to avoid these same patterns sneaking up on you, because there was a pattern for a lot of you that snuck up on you, and it's like going to be brought to you in the form of some kind of media. Like you might find a video about it, you might watch a movie and be like, oh my god, that's my life, like that's exactly the pattern. And it's like, it's going to be presented to you in a way that's super clear, it's super easy to understand, and you're going to look back at this past version of you, or I guess present version of you, and be like, oh, okay, like we can be done with this, you know? And by that I mean, don't just ignore it, obviously, but it's like the pattern is going to be so obvious to you that you know exactly what kind of shadow work, what kind of healing you have to do on it in order to like pass through this gateway into the next era of your life where you don't have to keep going in this circle and being like having the rug ripped out from under you, where you're like, okay, how did this even happen again? Or how did this kind of situation keep coming up for me? What's up with me, right? Yeah, with Hemlock, this says nature, connection, and cycles. You're being connected with what the cycle is that your family kind of put on you as a child. And what was I saying about that gateway with Hawthorne coming up here? You see that gateway? Hawthorne talks about protection, healing, and gateways. And that's exactly what's happening. You're being protected from this pattern affecting you anymore. This is like, you could call it a generational curse if you want, but this is a very specific, I'm hearing like, almost like psychological thing that was brought into your life as a child, or that you were raised with as a child, and again for entertainment purposes, all that, but it was a psychological thing, and it's going to make so much sense. There's a pattern to it that's known, and you're going to see your pattern, you're going to heal from it, and you're going to pass through this gateway. For some of you, this is a mother wound. Wow. Okay, so we have the bear here, and I was hearing like mama bear, and then right below that, motherwort. Okay? Motherwort talks about fertility, mothering, and children. Some of you, regardless of your sex, have fertility issues, or like intimacy issues, and this is due to like mother problems, or like some kind of toxic thing that happened with your mother when you were growing up. For some of you, it's like a lack of her presence entirely, but I feel like for most of you, this was like a toxic interaction. And I don't want to go too specific with this, because I feel like this is different for a lot of my collective here, but there's going to be something about this coming up for you guys that's really going to help you out. Yeah, and with the moon coming up here, I was just saying earlier to kind of tap out of that lunar energy, and it's because the volatile energy of the mother from the past would connect with you in a way that would block this right now. It's like you're not supposed to be tapped into the mother energy right now. It's like you are going back to self. Some of you had a very codependent or enmeshed thing with your mother where you were like raised that way and you didn't even realize that you were doing that, or you were like her caretaker in some way. And now you're like going back to yourself. That's what all these blooms are. You're growing. You're not like still in her energy anymore. Some of you may want to work with motherwort. Depending on where you live, that is out there right now for foraging. If any of you are astrologers, I'm being told that there's something in your chart that will help you understand this as well. I'm not an astrologer, but I just saw that. Okay, and then porcupine has been coming up a lot the last 2 days as well here. So blackberry, entanglement, trapped, and powerless. So this is the energy that was coming up with the mother here. I was just saying there was like an enmeshed or entangled energy here where you felt trapped and you felt powerless. And this powerlessness, what did I just say? This is a spider web. Stinging nettle, sacrifice, reward, and pain. It has to do with the sacrifices that you were forced to make to get things in your life. This is a worthiness type of wound for a lot of you. It's worthiness, and it's being in your own energy steadfastly and not being like pulled towards other people. This will allow you to move in a different way in your life. For some of you, it's going to allow you to leave a situation entirely and be more open to new people, and the people that come to you are not going to hold this wound anymore. Yeah, you've had to move very cautiously with people your whole life because it's like, I feel like for a lot of you, you would connect with people and something about them would reflect this wound that came up around your mother. And it's like you felt like you couldn't avoid it in a way and you kind of backed off. Yeah, with mugwort, there was like a dream state of wanting to interact with more people, but just kind of being disillusioned by it and being like, well, why am I going to keep doing this? Everyone treats me like shit. Yeah, you're going to be expanding. And you know, they're showing me tobacco being offered to the earth here. Like, thank you for helping me with this. And then I have emotion coming up right under that with the turtle and jewelweed. You may want to work with tobacco at this time and make an offering of tobacco to nature or to even your higher self or your ancestors. Yeah, ancestors just came up right after that with rosemary. Family, ancestors, and history. Yeah, you guys, I think that your ancestors would like tobacco. They're going to help you work through this emotional thing because I'm seeing ancestors that are so happy and proud of you that you've moved through this. More emotion with the water here. That you've moved through this emotional block that so many generations before you, I'm hearing dozens and dozens of generations before you fought through this and could not make the progress that you've made. Look at you sprouting through this. Growing into something totally new with burdock here. Recovery, rest, and fallow. And it requires rest for you to sprout and grow. That's what they're saying. Yeah, wow, your ancestors are going to be the water that helps the seed grow. And they're like, you need to chill out, though, so that we can water you. Okay? But work with them with tobacco. They're really asking for that. That's going to be a big part of your expansion. And with this tree of life here, they're going to activate all of your chakras. They're going to clear all of this ancestral pain out of your system. There's a lot here about the physical body. I'm being told that this community, this collective that's watching right now, if this is your reading and you resonate with this, you are going to see big changes in your physical body in an intense way. And it's going to feel not great at first because it's a clearing, it's like a purge. And then you're going to see a big difference. And it's going to leave you more stable in how you connect to emotions, in your stamina, something about the immune system for some of you. I'm feeling like a lot of weakness physically and a lot of like flare-ups of some sort. It's going to be different for all of you, but there's some kind of like flare-up or some kind of intense reaction that's very sudden and kind of unexpected from the body whenever your spirit like focuses in on trying to uplift someone outside of you in such an intense way. Because I feel like this collective was raised in a way where you had to uplift your mother for a lot of you. And whether that's like her memory and she wasn't like physically with you, or for a lot of you, you were like a little kid that had to do way too much as a little kid to try to ensure that something about your mom was like uplifted or taken care of, or that she wasn't depressed, and you were like monitoring her all the time. It's like you were leaving your body spiritually to like do intense light work healing on her because you were like an ascended child at a very young age. And you've retained that coping mechanism throughout your entire life. And I feel like whenever you meet people, you have such intense empathy for them that your spirit is still doing that. And it's become so unstable and ungrounded in your body that there's like these very intense physical fluctuations for those of you who resonate with this. And it might have led to like some pretty intense health issues. And I'm not saying that there aren't physical reasons for those health issues, because everything is connected. But I feel like this spiritual purge for you, this spiritual change, is going to shift things for you. So it might feel strange for a while, or like more intense for a while, but it's going to even out, and you're going to like regain a stability that you haven't felt before, that's reflected in your health and in the way that you sit, like your spirit sits in your body. If you know, you know. Yeah, because you've been a medicine man or woman in many, many lifetimes. Yeah, and then below that, monk or nun, you've been a spiritual person in so many lifetimes that your spirit, it was almost like more natural for your spirit to like shift through your body and focus on others in that way. You haven't had many lifetimes where you like were physically very in your body. And that's what a big part of this lifetime is about for you guys. I'm hearing something about some of you being athletes at some point. That's not for everybody, but I feel like for those of you who are like athletes and then like completely got wiped out by something, there was a spiritual reason for this. And that's going to be revealed to you. I feel like something emotional, emotional came up for you when that happened, for those of you that part resonates for. For some of you, you might have had this your whole life and you could never be an athlete. It's different for everybody. But this is a part of your lesson and your blessings in this lifetime. And I was just talking about a compass earlier. This is moving you towards your north node. Wait, is that a compass or a stopwatch? That might be a stopwatch. I'm taking it as a compass. What else, please? Ooh, interesting. Archangel Gabriel is showing up right now. And I'm being told that if you connect with his energy, or Lord Ganesha, both of these energies are going to help you. These are two energies that are helping remove obstacles and also enhance communication between the body and spirit. There's a lot about that. And you may want to check out the last reading if parts of this resonate, because there was something in a different reading that I recently did about the mind and body being kind of fractured out. And it's not for everybody, but if you feel called to that, you may want to check that out. Closing messages, please, Spirit. What would you like to tell the collective? We'll do one more. I always say one more and they give me like 50 cards, so we'll see. One more, please. We'll have this one from Lord Ganesha and Archangel Gabriel, please. Would I say they were about to send out like 20 cards? No, please. Oh my god, there's so many. I'm hearing bottom of the deck. Okay, we'll take this one. And there's two, because they have to be like that. Okay, we'll read these first. So this first one is from Lord Ganesha. When there are questions you need assistance with, go inward. Sit with yourself, meditate on the question. Ask for our help also. Then trust your intuition, as most often the answer and guidance you will... As most often the answer and guidance will be delivered to you intuitively. We're with you always. This one I feel like is from Archangel Gabriel. It is time to stop letting worry rule you. Instead, get excited about your future and what it will bring. What energy and emotion you put out comes back to you. With a little conscious effort on your part, that happy ending can and will be yours. Believe that. And then these last two are just from, I guess, like the guides overseeing this collective. Never allow yourself to be taken for granted. It's better to remove yourself from the situation than to be treated less than you deserve. You are precious. You are worthy. And our closing message today. If you find yourself stuck in a situation you are unhappy with, ask yourself why you're still there. Is it fear of the unknown? Leaving toxic situations or people can be the best thing you could do for your soul and for your spirit. Be fierce. Alright, that's what I have for you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. You can leave me a little bird emoji in the comments if you're an OG and made it to through the whole reading. I appreciate you guys so much. And if you'd like a personal reading, animal communication reading, or a energy healing session, you can book with me through my website, elderbeingsintuition.com. The link is below. I will never book with you in the comments or seek you guys out on any social media for a reading. Those are scammers. So, don't let people scam you out of your money. Unfortunately, I have some weirdos who get into stuff. And just so you guys know, always a reminder here, my Instagram recently got hacked. It is not me. I am no longer on Instagram. But yeah, let's see here. I think that's it. I'm sending you guys lots of love, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!